and welcome to this yet another inspiring episode of Newsmakers. This is the show where we bring to you the trailblazer personalities and their success stories from various walks of life. Because at Newsmakers, we really aspire to inspire you. My dear lovely audience, I'm your host Simran, and today on this episode, we bring your focus to the subject which lies at the heart of every nation's progress: humanity, science, and compassion. Our guest today truly believes in all these three. She is a doctor and a very pretty looking doctor. She's been across 60 countries. She's worked with the Prime Minister's cabinet. She's been speaking at IIMs and IITs and inspiring so many students and whatnot. And a very specific thing that she does. Since she is a compassionate woman, she is working with 25 stray dogs, street dogs, and taking good care of their health. Today, on this episode, we are going to talk about a topic which has brought about storm in the entire nation. Yes, my dear friends, we have with us Dr. Anurupa Roy on the sets today. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Roy. Like I said, that you're such a pretty looking personality. We are so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much.
We know that you've been across 60 countries. You are a doctor and that too an onco, like, something very, very serious. You're working with dogs. You have compassion, love for them. You have been working with the government so much. And you look so young. Please tell us about the entire journey.
The journey is very simple. It's like any other human being who has studied, aspired to do something for the nation. And as far as the compassionate part is concerned, I think I always had been very compassionate towards animals. The interesting part is I was scared of dogs. Until like 10 years back, I never touched a dog. I used to see my parents taking care of dogs, and my grandfather had an horse. So I saw my family being compassionate towards animals. I was very scared.
Okay.
Then one fine day, I was going to my office. I used to work with Ministry of India, the government of India at that time. I was walking to the office and I saw a beautiful mother dog with very small 4 puppies. And, I simply gave her a Parle-G, which is very famous in India. Everyone keeps feeding Parle-G, which is not good, but this is what people do. And I went to the office. The next day, there I saw a lot of people gathered, and I wanted to understand what's happening because there's the place where that dog used to be there. So I peeped in through the crowds, and I found out that the dog was killed in a hit and run accident. So I saw this. I was very upset. People were talking about how to bury her and what to do with the puppies. I came back home, and that night, it was around 1 o'clock. I was thinking that we are human beings who consider themselves as one of the topmost souls or whatever on this earth. And being human, I just left those 4 small puppies, barely 15 days old, and I did not do anything. I witnessed like all others, and I have no clue how they're going to get their milk because their mother is no more. What's going to happen to them? And then I realized that we human beings should do more than just doing things for ourselves.
True that.
It was 1 o'clock in the night. I called my parents, so they were sleeping, and I'm like, I want to bring them home. And though my parents are compassionate, but the idea of bringing 4 puppies home, that did not go well with them. They're like, we'll see tomorrow morning. And I was like, by tomorrow, they might stray because they know how to walk and
Yes.
they may not stay in one place.
Correct.
So I was like, no, I think we have to act fast because they're small puppies. They might come under a car or something. And my parents said, okay. And from there, I think the journey to love animals started, to love and do something for them started.
Wow.
And I never turned back. That's one of the best things I did in my life.
Wow.
I think that's the best thing anyone can do in their life.
When you talked about how you took them home and, that kind of compassion, and I see that in your eyes, that how it just one day that changed your life. You start thinking about, somebody we tend to ignore it at
Ignore,
times.
yes.
What a great journey, and you're here taking care of them. Now, like you've been very compassionate with them, so we've got a very unfortunate news that Honorable Supreme Court just released an order of taking away all the street dogs, and from, and it this totally brought about a lot of restlessness among Indians. We like across India, people are very restless. In every city, they are like, there's a hue and
Protests.
cry about why they're like they can't speak. We really feel for dog, and I'm a dog lover. And when the order came, it did hurt me. But those people like you who are taking, good care of them, of course, it would have affected you. Please tell us about how it came to you, how it landed on you, and what are you doing about it?
So I take care of my community dogs. I think we have 25, 26 of
Yeah.
them. And I feed them twice. Actually, my father, who's 75-year-old, he cooks food for them.
Oh, I
And
nice.
if I'm in India, I go to feed. Otherwise, he goes to feed with the helpers we have at home. And I was in UK when this came for the first time in the month of August. And the people nearby my place who are also feeding dogs and taking care of them regularly, they all rang me up frantically. This is what has happened. Honestly speaking, it was a shock because India as a country has a respect, it has a legacy.
True.
May not always be on the news for all the right reasons, I accept. But at the same time, India and our Prime Minister has huge respect across the globe.
True.
So when such sort of order comes from the topmost lawmaker of our country, the Honorable Supreme Court, you don't understand why. Because it's against Constitution. If you, I'm sure every one of us read Constitution. It's our right to be compassionate for everyone. And everyone means not just humans. The earth is not meant only for us. And the balance is very important scientifically. We are aspirational souls. We human beings are aspirational, and because of which we are here today. There are scientific advancements, and we have gone very far from where we were 2,800 years back. But the fact that we should not forget, Earth is not only for us. The balance is very important scientifically. And if you read, there are research reports from eminent universities across the globe stating that crimes against animals have a direct correlation with crimes against humans. And India has a lot of it. Sorry to say, but there are. We have issues with that. And we are seeing this on the rise as well. So when something of that sort comes out of Supreme Court, you first tend to understand why.
True.
Because we want to be with the government. We are not against. I understand we see in the protests, there are narrations like no dog, no vote, etc., etc. I have worked with the government. I know that everyone who is on the chair may have their faults and flaws, but they're working really hard to make India a better nation.
True.
Then why this came? And if you think back, I think this whole thing started sometime back from the media and from, of course, being the fourth pillar, we see a lot of news happening in the country through media. A lot of dog bite cases.
Yes.
I have seen none in my area. My friends, the caregivers, we have seen none. There might be. I'm not saying there are no dog bites. There must be. But there is a reason behind it. These dogs, they do not just go to bite people randomly. In fact, pets bites are more. If you look at US data, if you look at India, don't have data, unfortunately, so we cannot see exactly. But if you look at countries where they have proper data, the number of dog bites, which type of dogs, breed-wise, whether it is a pet or a stray. So stray, outside India, strays are very less. Still, there are. It's not that there are none, there are. And if you look at their official data, you will see the demarcation. You will see the segregation. India do not have the data. So a media stating so and so number of bite cases, every one of us found it, it's difficult to understand from where the data is coming because there are none. Secondly, the way they portrayed. So for example, as I said, unfortunately, I see Indians, they need to embrace empathy a lot more. Then what? And I'm not blaming it to the countrymen because we are busy. Everyone is very busy. India is a very populous, competitive country. It's like for every job, thousands or maybe millions are there for that post. So people are tired, people are stressed out. But in between that, if people like us can find some time out, it's like, I'm not saying that I'm free. I have a full schedule, but I have a passion and understanding of they are hungry, they are a soul. It's not an object that you will push and throw in a garbage. They are living soul. They have some requirement and they are here today within us because we occupied their land. They did not land onto our house, in front of our house, because they just simply dropped from sky. They were here, nobody controlled them. Sorry to say again, but government, I don't know how much they made effort to control their population. In my area, nothing. I sterilized all the dogs from my own money. I feed from my own money. I vaccinated with my own money. I did not get a single penny unless someone wants to donate for the cause. It is all whole own money. And we never questioned the municipal bodies. Where are the funds? Okay, whatever they are doing, I'm sure they are doing their best. I don't want to get into this. We are trying our best to keep them healthy, happy, and safe for other people. So now when media was portraying dog bites left, right, and center, and the parliamentary questions, the parliamentary answers say no dog bite deaths, so we were not able to understand the correlation from where it came. Secondly, how they calculated the bite cases. For example, today, if you ask me backstage to give you a proof, the number of dog bite cases from 2 top Delhi hospitals, private hospitals, you will see the numbers extremely meager. They do not reflect, even if I, portray it or say, I guesstimate the numbers based on what the numbers I got from top big hospitals in Delhi, I don't think it will sum up to what the media is showing. I'm not saying, or I'm not getting into the fact who is right, who is wrong, but there is a lot of gray area from where we got the data, who is collecting the data, and how. For example, what doctors are claiming is that they are collecting the data from the number of vials. So now for every bite, you at least take 5. Secondly, I took many rabies injection, not at all from the stray dog bites. I have pets at home. Prophylaxis, as a prophylaxis, I took these injections. So, but theoretically, they are now converted to bites. Similarly, all the veterinarians, all the dog caregivers, everyone is taking injections. So now they are converting to dog bites, which is not there. You get my point?
So they are taking it for their own
As a
safety.
prophylaxis, as a safety. I have pets. Sometimes pets play a lot. Strays, we don't get too much into physical relations
Because they are not vaccinated.
They are not.
Well.
They are. I mean, my area dogs are vaccinated, but still, you don't know their day-to-day life history.
Exactly.
Whether they have been contacted with any rabid dog. For your safety, you don't simply go and start being too close to them.
Correct.
We feed, we do everything, but not like they'll come and scratch you every now and then. But pet dogs, they do this. They sleep with you. They come and scratch you, bite you playfully.
Yes.
And prophylactically, you take injections.
Right.
So my injections in that way,
They were taken for dog
taken
bites.
for dog bites. Now the injections, for example, when I took injection for the first time, I went to Himal Hospital in Delhi. After 2 injections, I came to a physician who is next to my home, went to a pharmacy, bought the medicine and got it. So now how hospital is calculating it? Is it like a person reported a dog bite, or is it a person taking 5 vials, or is subjected to take 5 injections? Is it 5 bites? And because I took my remaining 3 from a pharmacy, is it like a double dog bite being calculated?
Okay.
Because I have registered in that hospital as a dog bite case. Right. Now I went to the pharmacy to
You
tell
acknowledge-
them that
yes.
I need injection, and So how are these calculated? So there is a lot of gray area in the dog bite data. So when media portrayed a cause of death from one subject and did not portray others. For example, now, if I start taking a comparative analysis, how many deaths from typhoid? How many typhoid, which is waterborne? How many deaths from air pollution, which is pretty much there right now? How many deaths from lifestyle diseases, from food adulteration, from adulterated oils, hydrogenated oils, and which is converting to
So that's not
chronic
possible to
diseases.
have such data, I'm sure.
No, ideally every country has this data. India, how much? I'm not very sure, because the data entry system of India is very fragmented. So I'm not very sure. I'm not the right person at this moment to tell how India collects this data. But dog bite, because I have been through this whole game, I know that this data, even today, if you go to any hospital, type my name, can you find the dog bite data from my name? I have taken, every year I take 2 rabies injection as a prophylaxis. Every veterinarian doctor takes. But now, is it a dog bite case? No.
No, it is not.
And when I took, it is from a pet. Will you blame it to the stray dogs? No. So what I feel, the hype was too much. Then when it comes to the community groups, for example, your building WhatsApp group, your society WhatsApp group, it amplifies. It's not like older days where you listen in this TV news shows which comes twice a day or thrice a day, or read the paper once a day. Nothing. Now the data amplifies. One article goes to millions of mobile phones, being picked up by other news agencies, which are individual agencies, and that data is amplified in a way that everyone is thinking, oh, there are dog bite cases and people are dying left, right, and center. No, it's not like this. So that fear, already people are not very empathetic, as I said. They are in their own life, troubled in their own life. On top of it, when you see such thing,
Of course,
and you see stray dogs everywhere around you, even if the dog is not doing anything, a fearful person is scared.
Scared, yes.
And then he will say, oh my God, I was going, for example, in my society it happens. They just pass by, the dog is sleeping, but it will be like, oh my God, this dog is going to bite, that pinch, that nudge. It is very difficult, because I'm on the streets often. I see this kind of activities. Then they come to the groups and they write that the dog chased me. Amplified, all amplified, to make it, to ensure that RWAs remove that dog so that they feel safe. Now these RWAs or politicians or everyone, they serve people. Now if people, cumulatively they come and tell that we are scared.
So of course they would come for
The
your
agenda
rescue.
becomes like this.
Right.
Even if you see RWA, my RWA, because I try to guide them, they are kind of passionate. So nothing of that sort happened. And, try to educate them. And all the feeders who are there, they try to educate. Some understand, some do not understand.
Right.
Because there is a science behind it. We try to educate. It happens. We are safe as of now, but many are not. After the order, the unfortunate thing that has happened is the rise of animal cruelty cases, absolutely high. India has seen, or is seeing, huge animal cruelty cases.
Right, that we do see that.
I cannot even explain the cruelty that happens, the rapes with dogs, sacrifices, black dog sacrifices. In fact, one of my pets is the result of a rescue from a pet, black dog sacrifice. I just got this information that someone sold the dog for occult practice, and then
God.
I called the police and rescued him and finally landed in my home. But it is there. I have videos. I have saved hundreds of videos of abuse. They're shooting for fun, because in India, I don't know how people keep guns, but many people have, in the villages mainly. They have those long guns and they shoot dogs. I have videos where the kids are throwing dog in a bridge because they were just simply sitting next to a bridge and they just pushed. They will be walking by and, just thrashed a dog. Beating, especially in metropolitans and in tier 2 cities, beatings are so high, especially with RWAs. They guide their security guards to beat up a dog if you see someone entering. And the guards go overboard because they need to impress their bosses. And beatings are too much, because I rescue dogs, so I can tell what all keeps happening. And these have a relationship with human crimes, and we see the crimes on humans are on the rise as well. So if you are a dog lover, you're anyway worried. If you're not a dog lover, you should be worried. Because when a country lacks empathy, it comes in different forms and shapes. It's not only about the dog or the cow or the wedding carriages, horse carriages. You take any animal in India today at this point, if it is not a pet which is loving, who has a who has a loving home, the condition is horrible.
You said it right that empathy is what we all need to have, even if somebody is not a like dog lover.
Love, love.
Um, when we talk about empathy, we see that we are lacking in it. So recently, we just had this news that a couple, that there's this guy who went to seek a divorce just because his wife was a dog lover, and she was feeding the stray dogs, and probably he didn't like it, and maybe he went on to seek a divorce for this. This was quite an unfortunate thing, and since we also see that women are empowered and they have all the rights and they've been in the country, they're doing so well, and yes, we are doing so well. Still a lot of decisions are still we have to fall upon our family. Let's suppose somebody in the family, let's talk about this couple, talk about a woman who wants to have a dog in the house, but the in-laws are not liking it, probably they're scared or whatever.
Whatever.
But you cannot take those decisions still, even if you're a dog lover. Now here comes a question. Now why empathy is lacking for many reasons. Women are not treated well. Similarly, men are also not treated well. Dogs are not treated well. Empathy has gone literally for a toss. You said it right that we all need to have one. How should we gain that now?
As a doctor, I think I can testify this pretty well, that life is fragile. In my profession, I see people coming in their BMWs and going barehanded, just wrapped in a
can't
white
sit.
cloth. So, humans today, especially in a country like India with competitive populace, we all are running. We don't take a time out to think that what exactly we are and why are we here. I don't want to sound philosophical, but that's the essence of life, that you have a very short time on this earth.
Absolutely.
And this earth is not yours. You're just here for a couple of years. If you're healthy, maybe a bit more years. If not, then very early you're going to go. So in that case, I think it should be a way of life to be loving, to be thoughtful towards others. Better to practice from childhood. I see a lot of parents focus on, their kids should learn coding, they should do 50 extracurricular, come first in school, etc., etc., etc. And that kid goes out of country and come back once a year to look after parents for 5 days. Right? I'm not saying they're wrong. Everyone has their own reasons. But when it comes to empathy, you tend to think deeper. You tend to think about the people around you, other souls around you, trees around you, and look at us, where are we today? As you said in my intro, I guess I traveled to 60 countries. You don't just travel and take pictures. Of course, I love to take pictures, but it's not that you just travel for the sake of traveling. You learn a lot of things. Like as I said, I live in the UK for a big part of my life every year. I wanted to buy a land there, and the government told me that you buy it, you cannot cut a tree. Had this been India, you don't even have to seek permission. Like on Instagram, I often see people compare India to, stray dogs to other countries where there are no strays. I just have to tell them that you have to compare a lot of things. You cannot compare apples to oranges. You have to compare how clean their roads are, how educated the people are. And by education, I don't mean degrees. India is a land of lot of degree holders. By education, I mean you throw your garbage in the designated place. And government has very little to do with it. They can make a garbage for you, a bin for you. But every day, their representatives are not going to come and tell that, ma'am, you have to throw this there. That's on you, how you keep your neighborhood clean.
True.
That's on you that you don't go and throw things here and there out of your car and all. So it's not government's fault 100% in every walk of life. It's not. I'm not talking about the dog per se. How India today, it is today, a lot of things are to do with us also. So abroad, if you go, you see how respectfully they keep their rivers, their trees, the animals. Even if there are shelters, there are transparency. I lived in Singapore for 5 years, one of the toughest country to live in, people say, for their laws. But I would say it's so good that they they manage to maintain their country that way. The crime rate is almost negligible. Uh, Cleanliness, oh my God, one of the cleanest countries. And people are conscious. If not, they're made to be, because law enforcement is there.
Yes.
You don't have to worry that your representatives will be feeling bad if you enforce a law, and so on and so forth. So the country is maintained by many reasons. You simply cannot take a government for granted and then blame the government, or government cannot take you for granted and then blame the population, or vice versa, whatever way it works. Everyone has to come together to work on this. Coming back to empathy, I think the moment people realize that they are here for a very short period of time, they'll understand that hunger is not only yours. If you look at a dog, hungry, sometimes with puppies, she needs to feed. She has nothing to give to the puppies because she herself is empty. You just understand, be with that dog for a while, be with that animal for a while. For example, this wedding carriages. I ensured in my wedding I don't use this carriage. Why? I mean, if I can't ride a horse, I don't have the right to ride a horse to show that I have the class and luxury to ride a horse and go get my bride or groom or whatever. Wedding carriages, it's one of the things that to be banned in India. Any people are working for it. PETA was working for it. So many organizations are working. It's absolutely a cruel industry. If you go and see how the horses are kept, most of them are kept in a very negligible manner. The cows, come to Gurgaon, one of the topmost tier 1 places in India to live. And there are polythenes everywhere, plastics everywhere. The cows are eating those plastics, getting sick. I don't know what happens to them, because feeding them is not easy. It's not like dogs. I want to feed them as well, but you need to make a big amount of food. For nuclear families, it's not that easy. But the situation is not great. When you have IVF, you can selectively breed a cow that you want a calf. Then why to unnecessary breed and just throw away the male calves, or when the milking period is over, you keep the cows outside. So it's not about the dog per se. Empathy and care towards animal is very less in India. We need to improve that, and I'm sure you will see human beings rising up as a good human, or just human as a species.
Absolutely, because empathy is that we see lacking amongst not just for dogs or for the pets, for the animals here. It is lacking for humans as well. You see the less of empathetic people that you see around, and we really need to have that. And here, through this medium of our show today, the main idea is that we get to reach to those people who are not dog lovers and who agreed with this order which just came, that of course they should be put in a different place and they cannot be outside. Like Dr. Roy just said, that earth belongs to each of us. It's just not me, it's just not you, it's for them also. So we need to have that empathy.
And there are humane ways to deal with stray dogs, because stray dogs are abundant and they move faster than cows and they bite unlike cows. There are humane ways. Netherlands, I studied from Netherlands. I lived in Netherlands, one of the countries who have successfully implemented their stray dog control programs. And many countries have learned from them. We should also learn how they did it in absolute human manner. Their government has given incentive to adopt the local dogs, which I see in India. I try to get dogs adopted. It is very difficult for people to accept desi kutta, what you call it as, accept them as a family member in a luxury setting. They just cannot think. Most of them, I'm not saying it is not. It is on. Many people are adopting indies now. Many film stars have gone that route, and I'm naming film stars because we look up to them to get inspired. Many are doing that, but still we need much more. The breeding industry is so cruel that after the breeding is over and she cannot breed anymore, she's just left on the roads. And hence you see many breed dogs on the roads as well. I have so many in my area. And when it comes to indies, because it is so much in abundance, and the mindset has become such that they are meant to be here and there.
Here and there.
People cannot think that they can be a loving, smart dog. And indies, as our Prime Minister a few days back, he mentioned that they should be in the defense sectors, whatever, be it police or BSF or whosoever. So they have the capabilities. They're very smart. I have two Indies at home. They're very
That's what I'm about to
smart.
ask. You've got three to yourself. Two
Yes, I've
is
got three to myself. One was a case of dog sacrifice because there's a pure black dog. To a rescue. One I recently got after the Supreme Court order because I was very scared she will be picked up. So I just adopted her in a hurry. They're very loving. They're very smart. The best part, they do not fall sick often because they are used to Indian environment. They're used to Indian climate. And hence, it is very easy to keep them. They do not shed as much as other breed dogs shed, especially the hairy ones, which people crave for. So they're very low maintenance. They give you love as much as any other dog. And I think one thing which people argue with me often, that they don't look pretty. I don't know. I'm a dog mother and mother of two Indies and many Indies over on my streets. I find them absolutely beautiful. Maybe they don't have long hairs, but for example, if you go to Russia, you see dogs like us everywhere. Everywhere, I mean, not on the streets, as pets. So much that I chased one woman once and I asked him, "Did you get her for India?" I was like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh my God, she looks exactly like an Indie dog." So, dogs like us are also there. So, I don't know how it came, but it's the time where we should widen our vision and give them a chance. It is high time. There are people who cannot rescue, cannot feed on a daily basis. They can give a life to a dog.
True.
It is very healthy. My father is 75, as I said, and he has chronic ailments like any other Indian of 75. His health improved. There are many arguments that kids will fall sick because dogs are dirty, etc., etc. My kids fall sick very less because they increase immunity. You're exposed to certain things that you are not usually. Some kids may be a little allergic to the fur of the dogs. These are very rare. If it is, okay, then you can avoid for sure. I'm not saying that do not take care of your kid's health. But most cases, they increase immunity, they increase your health. By default, you have to go out for a walk and you will lose weight. You'll stay healthy.
Yeah.
And because, like as you said, I'm a doctor, I can tell those scientific reasons why you should adopt a dog, an Indian dog, if you can. If you can give that care. They're very low maintenance. You don't have to always be with them. And you can go to work. If you have two dogs, you can go to work, put a CCTV camera. There are automatic mobile and app-based food devices are there. So many things are there. But the core of everything, whether it's a dog, whether it is a goat you see on the way or a cow, is empathy. You have to understand that they are living beings. Constitution says they have the right. Even if you're a Hindu, I see a lot of Hinduism on internet these days. Even if you're religious, they are called the Vahan or the carrier. Yes, exactly, of many any gods. Kal Bhairav, I guess.
yes.
I'm not too much into religion, but what I can say that humanity is above everything.
Yes.
I tell you a very interesting thing that when a person comes for blood, they need blood for surgeries, right? You take it from the blood bank. So what we tell the caregivers of the patient that ensure you deposit the blood. Anything. Groups are not decided, but you ensure that you give back blood to the blood bank from friends and family. I don't see, they ask me whether it is a Hindu blood or a Muslim blood or a Christian blood. So if you are practicing any religion, whatever you want to practice, it's very personal. Practicing of religion is very private, very personal. But you have to understand that every religion preaches this. Humanity. Every religion. Even like India has a lot of Hindus, prevalent religion. You take Vivekananda, you take others, they all preach the same thing.
Yes.
In fact, I read Yudhishthir took his dog to heaven. At least we can bring our dogs to our homes.
Yeah.
Because we don't know where is heaven and where is hell, but at least we can clear our karma for those who are religious. Because this humanity is prevalent everywhere.
Right.
You become a doctor, you become an HR, you become an engineer, unless you understand that everything you do lies a life behind it. I deal with human life, veterinarians deal with animal lives, people who are making bridge, indirectly dealing with human lives, because if
Correct.
you make it,
The people
and
tend to leave.
yeah, exactly. So everything you do depends on human life or
So true.
some other form of life.
Very well said, Dr. Roy. There are a lot of takeaways here from this interview. We got to hear that, of course, we need to be more empathetic, just not towards animals, of course, each other also, that's lacking amongst us. And humanity is the only religion we must follow. Thank you so much, Dr. Roy. Though
Pleasure
we
is
have
all
lots to
mine.
discuss,
Oh
but we are
yes,
constrained
at
with time.
time.
I really wish this interview goes on and on.
Yeah.
Thank you for sparing this time. You
Thanks for
came all the
having me
way.
here. It's my pleasure.
You came all the way and gave us such good inputs on how we should change as
I
humans.
just hope that our government and the people of this country understand that
Yes,
every life matters.
every life matters, and through this interview, we are just trying to convey one message: every life matters.
Matters.
So, my dear friends, this is Simran signing off, but I'm very sure this interview is going to land beautifully on you, not for the only dogs or the animals out there, for your own self and for the people you're staying with. Stay happy and stay blessed. See you soon.